Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you, excuse me, your October 2020 mid-month general reading. We're looking at the last 2 weeks of October. This reading is for the fire sign of Aries, our lovely Rams. Welcome everyone. Thanks for taking the time to tune in. I hope you're all doing well, safe and healthy and sane and all of that. Thanks for all your likes, shares, subscribes, your support, your feedback, your comments, your donations, everything that you do in support of this channel, even if it's just taking the time to tune into the videos. It's all welcome and appreciated. Thank you. And I hope it's returned to you tenfold. So this is for the fire sign of Aries for the last 2 weeks of October. Aries Sun, Aries Moon, Aries Rising. If your Venus is in Aries, it's all relevant, but of course being general readings, it's going to resonate differently for everyone. So if you know all of your signs, watch each video because each one can provide a little additional insight and perspective. If you find that any of the videos do resonate with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading or information about that, you can click on the description link below where you'll see my email address, some contact information. You can email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to hear from you. I do offer a wide variety of readings, and I can usually respond to your initial inquiry with more info the same day, first 24 hours. And as I do readings full-time, it's all that I do. I'm pretty diligent about working with your schedule and mine to get personal readings set up in as timely a fashion as possible. So email me if you're interested. All right, Aries, let's see what's going on for you for the last 2 weeks of October. For those of you who need to know, Aries, I am using Legacy of the Divine Tarot with the Gilded Tarot Royale. We begin with the Two of Coins, followed by the Six of Swords, Judgment, followed by the Knight of Swords. And from the bottom of the deck, overall energy and focus for the last 2 weeks of October, Aries, is the Queen of Coins. So the overall focus is the Queen of Coins, which might be a person in your environment that's influential or important to you at this time. This is the Queen of Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or somebody who manifests like the Queen of Coins, the Queen of Earth. Somebody solid, stable, reliable, nurturing, caretaking, very resourceful, very capable, very hands-on, and usually expresses their love and caring in very practical, sort of hands-on ways. They might not be the biggest in expressing signs of love and devotion and verbal signs, but they're always kind of there to help with whatever's needed. If this isn't a person, a specific human being, this could be just what your focus is for the last 2 weeks of October in an energetic sense, which is somebody who is kind of on top of their material and physical, practical world, somebody who's probably financially comfortable, if not well off, somebody who's very good at navigating the day-to-day aspects of the physical world that we live in. There are some, looks like you're juggling maybe a couple of things. We have the Two of Coins here. I'm wondering if this is relationship for some of you. The Two of Coins represents somebody who's perhaps quite busy, very energetic. They might be in a rather challenging situation or rocky waters, but they're managing to juggle things successfully. It can also represent needing to make a practical choice or decide between two things. We have the Six of Swords here, which is a card of slowly but surely moving away from chaos and turbulence, a challenge in your life, and healing. The Six of Swords usually shows up after a period of upheaval or heartbreak or difficulty in some way. You're not quite to the other shore and on solid ground yet. You may have good days and bad days, but overall you're moving away from the source of whatever the turbulence is or has been. We have Judgment, which usually represents being at a crossroads, perhaps being held accountable for something, being required to speak up for yourself, and what you say or do could potentially, change the narrative of whatever's going on, in your life, in your personal situation today. Today, there's an air of finality about judgment, which typically means that whatever you choose to do, to say, to set into motion is not going to be reversible. So think carefully. And then we have the Knight of Swords, which is typically information or knowledge coming in rather quickly, or communication coming in rather quickly. So let's clarify with the Gilded Tarot Royale. Let's clarify this Six of Coins. Sorry, the Queen of Coins. We don't even have a Six of Coins here. Queen of Coins. I keep getting 6 in my head for some reason looking at her. Clarify the Queen of Coins. The Six of Swords, and right behind it was the Three of Swords. That's interesting. So we have the Six of Swords twice here. So healing from something difficult is going on here. So the Six of Swords is clarifying the Queen of Coins, or the Queen of Pentacles, known in some other decks. So there's some healing around this person. We also have the Three of Swords, which is emotional pain, heartache, heartbreak, sometimes breakups, or emotional pain and turbulence in a relationship because of infidelity, which is interesting because we do have that Two of Coins. This feels more like a relationship reading than anything else. It could be that you have had a breakup, or there's been some kind of relationship, turbulence, anger, pain, trying to heal from some kind of heartache or heartbreak around this Queen of Coins. It might be that this Queen of Coins, it's showing up as a queen, could be a female too. This is a general reading. So, and it might be romantic love, it could be friendship love as well. Either this person has hurt you, or you've hurt this person, or some combination of that. Let's clarify a little bit more. Let's clarify the Two of Coins. The Lovers. Let's see what's behind that. And the Tower. Wow. Yeah, this feels like a three-party. For those of you for whom this is going to resonate in love and romance, this feels very much like a three-party situation. We have the Three of Swords, we have the Lovers, we have the Two of Coins, and the Tower. It looks like perhaps a three-party situation was revealed, and you were put in a position to have to choose. I mean, the Lovers in the early tarot decks, at least one of the earliest ones that I saw, was called the Choice, not the Lovers, and it showed a man standing in front of two women. The implication being that a choice was going to have to be made that was going to, of course, profoundly affect the lives of everyone involved. And it can represent the Lovers doesn't always represent a three-party situation and needing to choose in that. I think it does for some people here. It can also just represent a very connected, fruitful, healthy, positive love relationship. But with the Two of Coins, you're juggling, you're balancing. You're busy, you're dealing with more than one thing at a time. There's more than one relationship going on here. And with the Tower clarifying the Lovers, this is where it all comes out, and everything there's a great big huge upheaval, because the Tower breaks something down that is flawed, so that something new can be completely replaced, or it represents a relationship in which every aspect of it is going to be transformed. Often, not always, because this is a general reading, there's many of you watching, but often this combination of cards in a specific relationship I might be doing with a client would more often than not represent that a breakup is happening, or a breakup is kind of imminent because of a third-party situation. But because it looks like you've been juggling something. So Aries, you could be on one side or the other of this story. This Queen of Coins could be somebody that you've been involved with, that has been kind of heartbroken because they found out you were involved with someone else, um, or vice versa. It could be, you found out that this person was, you know, I mean, I'm not quite sure what the narrative is here. I'm just putting it out there, and if it resonates for you, it does. There's more than one relationship going on here. It looks like that's going to come out, and a choice is going to have to be made here. It doesn't feel like, all three parties are going to go their separate ways. It looks like there's a choice that needs to be made here. Somebody's kind of going through heartbreak, but kind of in the healing process or beginning the healing process of that as well. It feels very oriented around this Queen of Coins, whether this person is the one that's being heartbroken or this person has broken your heart because of this third party situation. But honestly, Aries, it feels more like you're in the position of needing to choose. It could be that you've been involved in some kind of third party situation and this person has decided to break up with you. I mean, there's a lot of different variables here. Let's continue to clarify. Let's clarify this Six of Swords. The Queen of Pentacles. Look at this, Aries. So remember that the overall focus was the Queen of Pentacles, clarified by the Six of Swords. So there's healing from some kind of pain or challenge here. Could be illness as well. And then to clarify the original Six of Swords, we also have, I don't know if I've ever seen this before. Let me see if I can hold this up. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Swords twice with each other. So there's definitely a strong theme of healing for you and whoever this Queen of Coins is manifesting to be in your life. Heartache, heartbreak, third party situations. It's kind of all here. Judgment. Let's clarify judgment as if we really needed to, because judgment represents being called to account for yourself. I mean, that's what it means to be judged. I mean, in a courtroom drama, judgment would be that time where, the primary defendant gets up on the stand and decides to testify in their own defense. And what they say and how they come across in their presentation, what they choose to do or say, can have a profound impact on the outcome of the whole trial, of the whole proceedings. So it's about being careful in that moment, because that moment could completely change the storyline, break the narrative, etc. And I mean, it seems obvious here that there's some kind, crossroads. You've got to make some decision which is going to affect the lives of everybody involved here. So let's clarify judgment. This feels like a very intense relationship drama. If it's not love and romance for you, I mean, it could be friendship, like a really close friendship. It could be, I suppose you could fundamentally change it to work, career, and finance, maybe, working two jobs or moonlighting on the side, but it's too relationship oriented. So judgment. The Moon, not sure, a lot of hidden fears and worries. And the Ten of Pentacles, long-term stability and security, long-term marriage, home, financial structure, inheritance. So it feels like, Aries, during this time period, you're going to need to make a decision on how to navigate through this. And it looks like you're unclear. You may have some hidden fears about the long-term stability and structure of one of these relationships, because it feels like you've been for the two-party situation, it feels like one of them has been a long-term one and one not quite so long-term. There's also some uncertainty and doubt, perhaps around the home itself, the material structure, particularly if, you're married to or living with someone for a long time, and so you kind of share the same physical home environment, and, but perhaps you've been involved with this other person or this other thing, and So how do you make a decision in the midst of all this upheaval to, what's going to be at jeopardy here? Let's clarify the Knight of Swords. Information, news, communication coming in. The King of Wands, that's you. The Ace of Pentacles, a new start, a new beginning, a new job, moving, relocating. Let's see what's behind that. The Two of Cups and Justice. And the Hierophant. It looks like at the end of the day or at the end of the month, it looks like you end up doing what you feel is the ultimate right thing. One could interpret this also, Aries, as, as marriage, doing the right thing by marriage. Something's popping up on my screen. Because the Two of Cups is in the middle of the Hierophant and Justice. Justice is honor and integrity, doing the right thing, making sure that it's karmically equitable and fair. We have the traditional soulmate, kindred spirit here, and the Hierophant, which is convention, the establishment, and the Ace of Pentacles, which is starting over in a practical new way, moving, relocating. There may be the interesting and complex thing about this, Aries, because it's a general reading, which means there's a lot of different energies around the Aries energy here, is that it feels like, it's obviously a three-party situation. For many of you, this is likely the romantic love department. Although the interesting thing is that I'm not seeing anyone other than this Queen of Coins, which has repeated herself twice now. So in the event that it's not a cheating infidelity situation, it could be that the other thing, the third thing, and it could be that you're in a relationship with this Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles individual, and it's a third thing, not a third person. And that third thing might be your money, your security, your sense of security in your own independence. It could be that your partner or this person has, made a final ultimatum that, they want to move forward into the next step, getting married, all of that kind of thing. And it may have been this big upheaval sort of thing. You're feeling, maybe confused and maybe afraid about that. But it looks like in the end, for this particular situation, you will be doing what you feel, maybe the Hierophant is, kind of the establishment going, well, this is the proper thing to do here. And that's what you end up doing. Getting married or ensuring kind of the security and stability around, somebody who is showing up as your soulmate. You've got the Lovers and the Two of Cups, both here, Aries. And, for those of you for whom this is a third-party romantic situation, it looks like you end up going with the person that you feel is your soulmate, doing the right thing, getting everything out in the open and making your choice once and for all. Very interesting. I have a feeling there's like 4 or 5 different, narratives, storylines going on here. Okay, well, I could keep going on with this for forever. All right, let's just pull a card or two for advice and guidance. What's the best way for Aries to navigate through this energy, at least for the last half of October? the High Priestess, and the King of Swords. So these are coming out for advice. The King of Swords, he's all about standing up for truth, for justice, for the reality of a situation, making the decision for the greater good based on honor and integrity, regardless of what other emotions might be coming out. This is somebody who's very good at communicating, being very straightforward, and being right. I mean right as in straight, honor, integrity. And the High Priestess is about following your intuition, which is basically, you can call it your gut instinct, your higher self. It's the connection to the divine that gives us those promptings and those feelings and those kind of compelling, compelling you towards a certain thing. So it's trusting your instinct and doing what you think is the clear, right path of honor sort of way, which it looks like you do anyway, Aries. At or towards the end of October, maybe beginning of November. And that is certainly the advice here, and most often would be the advice from Spirit is, operate in a manner of transparency, openness, honor, and integrity. Regardless of whether there's been a third-party situation, we all kind of live in a broken, fallen world, and we all make mistakes, and sometimes we do things that aren't right, make poor decisions. That's what second chances, third chances, that's what redemption is about. So here it's about, coming clean and doing the right thing, and starting over again, especially with the person or thing that you feel is really meant for you. Okay, Aries, that was kind of an intense reading. So Aries, that is your reading for the last half of October. I don't know if I hope you enjoyed it or not. It sounds like a very sticky situation, but I hope at least it's provided some insight, some food for thought, and has been helpful. Again, if you find this reading resonates for you, if any of them do, and you want to reach out for a personal reading, email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the November general readings. Until then, stay safe and well, healthy, sane, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.